The New South Wales Blues team is in. Reedy, you got it for us?
Yeah, Braith. We've got Dylan Edwards, Brian Tyler, Steve Crichton, Latrell Mitchell, Zach Lomax, Mitch Moses, Nathan Cleary. Max King comes into the starting side. Reece Robson, Payne Haas, Liam Martin, Angus Crichton, Isaiah Yeo, Connor Watson, Spencer Leniu, Hudson Young, Stefano Utuikamanu is the new player on the bench. And then the extended squad, Matt Burton, 18th man, Kieran Kalamatangi and Lindsay Smith as part of that extended squad. So obviously the obvious change, right? Max King starts, Stefano onto the bench.
There is the change to Barnett. Mitch Barnett, who had the ACL injury, he's out. And Matt Burton again.
Yes.
18th man, he was superb today.
Campbell Graham was 18th man last time.
He was,
yes.
But I mean, the Burton's been a number of times.
Yes.
And mate, he deserves to be there too. The other interesting one is Lindsay Smith and Kalamatangi coming in as the extended players. Still no Terrell May. Yeah. So he did catch up with Laurie last week, but obviously didn't do enough in the West Tigers game.
Kalamatangi's been playing some
He felt probably a little bit unlucky, Kalamatangi. Since he's moved back to the middle, or moved to the middle, he's been exceptional.
Yeah, the other interesting story, which Reedy and I just put online, Ola Kawatu from Manly turned up today, and he was again on the extended bench. But his wife is expecting next week, and because the game's so far away in Perth, he is elected, with the blessing of the Blues, to stay back in Sydney with his wife. So.
But he wasn't in the 17, he was in the extended.
He was 18 or 19.
Yeah.
I think Stefano, I know Keon's been great the last 3 or 4 weeks, but I think Stefano's been knocking on the door and he deserves that opportunity. I think he's been great for Melbourne this year.
Yeah. And he was great, Stefano, the other night, especially that second half. So it is a lock that Stefano will play?
Well, you never know, but it looks that way. I mean, he's obviously, they've named him 17, so yeah, look, the word was he would be in the team.
Well, they've got until lunchtime tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, minimal changes really for the Blues. All smooth sailing, got through the first game with ease. We said that we can even get better.
Yeah, you know what the headline should be tomorrow? Are we
getting too confident here? You know, like, it worries me. It worries me this. We're dropping the guard a little bit. Everyone's just predicting we're going to win the series.
Mate, the headline should be State of Loyalty.
We've stuck. Should we bring that up again?
We're back again, are we?
No, well, it's true.
But
with an interview with Jake Travojevic underneath it.
You must be loving this, though.
No, well...
Because I know what Queenslanders are like, and, you know...
We're up against it, but I know that we're up against it, right? We've just dropped our captain. You know, we are a bit light on, but we're going to have one of our greatest performances. Like I know, like New South Wales... Last year in Game 2 was one of the most dominant performances I've seen on a footy field, and, you know, they had limited preparation, right? They were up in the Blue Mountains, it was pouring down rain, and they still got away with a victory on our home soil. So we know how hard it's going to be in Game 2, and, you know, the side that normally wins Game 1 goes on to win the series break.
It is hard. It's hard.
But it's a battle for us.
State of origin, we've seen it 100 times before. But, you know, it is hard. Well, I suppose I just watched their Crichton to Lomax, and you see them play today, and, you know, you got Cleary and Moses, and all these guys are not only great players, but they're in great form.
Well, the big thing is, Braith, you mentioned earlier, the forward pack. I mean, if Payne Haas does what he did in Origin 1, if Isaiah Yeo does what he did in Origin 1, if Angus and Liam Martin do what they did in Origin 1, Queensland got to find a way to stop those guys, to put the clamps on them, and, you know, otherwise it doesn't matter what the other guys do. We're in all sorts.
And when we're at our best, Melbourne was on top, Brisbane was on top, the Cowboys were up in the top 4. If you look where the Brisbane or Queensland clubs are now, you know...
I don't think your selectors have done anything around the domination of your middles in Game 1.
What do you want us to do?
I would have Big Red from Canberra, Horsburgh, I would have...
He's in the squad, isn't he?
Yeah, but I think he's extended.
Yeah.
And Tino's
good,
bit of doubt.
Yeah, Tino's got a sternum.
Sternum.
I heard that, and, you know... But like Lindsay Collins, Australia,
they were trampled. And
absolutely.
Look, and I agree with you, I don't know where the options are to make wholesale.
Well, the options are in the 17 jerseys that run out. That is the only option we got.
Yeah. They've just got to play better, Buzz. That's the key. Those blokes, Tino and Lindsay Collins and all those guys, they just got to be better than they were in Origin 1.